Alderman Barron,
Yes. Present.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser, Alderlady McDowell, Alderman Jones. We'll mark him when he comes in. We have a quorum. Sorry, Mayor Actower.
Approval of minutes, regular city council meeting minutes, May 4th, 2022.
Mayor, I make a
Mayor
motion that,
Agpowell. Go ahead, Alderman.
Recognizing Alderman McDowell, Alderman Barron right now. Go ahead, Alderman.
I make a motion that we approve the regular city council minute meeting for May 4th, 2022.
Second.
Motion, Alderman McDowell, second by Alderman Barron for approval of regular city council meeting minutes for May 4th. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell, Alderlady Hampton Hauser. Motion carries.
Authorization, claims, and accounts, the bill list? Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the authorization of claims and accounts and with payment approval of bills of May 18th, 2022, which reads as follows. Corporate, $317,123.46. Water and sewer, $5,074.10. Our solid waste, $93,245.08. Motor fuel, $42,408.42. Marshall Senior Living Complex, $376,281.56. Roller rink, $730.14. 3036 debt service, $113,425 even. Interstate crossings, $2,400 even. Gives us a total of $950,687.76. With manual checks adding up to $26,770.59, which gives us a grand total of $977,458.35.
Second.
Motion by Alderlady Hampton, second by Alderlady Dow for approval of authorization of claims and accounts, the bill list. Question? Roll call?
Alderlady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron.
Alderman Barron, can you hear us?
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Special presentation tonight to go over the city attorney's report. Good evening, Attorney Miller.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, and members of the public. With respect to the city attorney's report, it appears under 8. Starting off with 8A, we have a resolution approving the extension and renewal of the reproclamation and declaration of continued local state of emergency within the city of Markham and approving the mayor's determination regarding modifications to in-person meetings in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, May 18, 2022.
Mayor Agpowell.
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve resolution 22-R-60680. A resolution approving the extension and renewal of the reproclamation and declaration of continued local state of emergency within the city of Markham, approving the mayor's determination regarding modification in-person meeting in response to COVID-19 dated May 18th, 2022.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alderlady Hampton for approval of resolution for the extension and the reproclamation to the declaration of the continued local state of emergency as read. I just had a comment before we do roll call is that I'll be monitoring how long we'll stay under the emergency, but as long as these numbers fluctuate, we'll continue under it because we just don't, there'd be no sense on trying to go back and revisit everything and it's already in place. It's just easier to keep it in place for the time being, just keep voting on it. So I just wanted to make that comment to the council. So with that, roll call, please.
Alder Lady McDowell,
Yes.
Alder Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
motion carried.
That was 8A. Next, we have 8B, proposed resolution concerning the purchase of municipal vehicles for the city of Markham from the village of New Lenox.
Now,
Yes.
I make a motion that we waive the reading to resolution concerning the purchase of municipal vehicles for the city of Markham from the village of New Lenox.
Second.
You don't need to waive a reading.
You don't,
I
Will I
was-
waive
wait.
reading?
No, I'm gonna correct. it.
Okay.
We're just gonna vote on the resolution, so.
Oh, okay.
I got a motion by Alderman Hampton and second by Alderman McDowell for approval of resolution concerning the purchase of municipal vehicles for the city of Markham from the village of New Lenox. Roll call?
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alder Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alder Lady McDowell,
yes.
motion carried.
Next, under 8C, we have an ordinance concerning the annual appropriation of the city of Markham for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2022 and ending April 30th, 2023.
Mayor Powell. Mayor Powell. Oop.
Go ahead, Alderman.
I make a motion that we waive the reading of ordinance
Um,
22-0-2330. The annual appropriation ordinance for the city of Markham fiscal year commencing May 1st, 2022.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alderman Hampton to waive the reading for ordinance concerning annual appropriation to the city of Markham. Roll call?
Alder Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alder Lady McDowell,
yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes. Mayor Ed Powell,
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 22-0-2330 and the annual appropriation ordinance of the city of Markham for the fiscal year commencing May 1st, 2022.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alderman Hampton for approval of ordinance for the ordinance concerning annual appropriation for the city of Markham. Question? I just have one comment, and that'll just be that this is several years that I would give this city council a lot of praise, an ultimate amount of praise for passing a balanced budget, and I certainly want to praise the finance team who keeps us on track to get things done. And we could probably say that we are fiscally sound in a lot of places we haven't been for years. And with our deficits in the past coming down and audits being done, and so that's just kudos and just really praise to you all, and my hat is off to you all. I don't do anything without them, and I know you all don't either. So they say we can't do it, we don't do it. So I just want to, I have to throw that in. This is a testament to good hard work by the city council and our finance department. So, and me behaving. Be to doing what I'm told.
Thank you.
So, thank you all. Okay. With that, any other comments, questions? All right. Roll call?
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alder Lady McDowell,
Yes.
Alder Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, we have under 8D, a proposed ordinance amending Title 11, Business Regulations, of the Markham Code to regulate special events.
Mayor,
Yes.
I make a motion that we waive the reading on this ordinance. Ordinance, on ordinance amending Title 11 Business Regulations to the Markham Code to regulate special events. what number are we on?
2331.
2031.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Hampton, second by Alderman McDowell, to waive the reading for ordinance amending Title 11 for business regulations of the marketing code to regulate such things. Roll call?
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alder Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alder Lady McDowell. Motion carried.
Mayor,
Yes.
I'm making a motion that we adopt ordinance number 22-0-2331. An ordinance amending Title 11 business regulations of the marketing code to regulate special events.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Hampton, second by Alderman McDowell, for approval of ordinance to amend Title 11 business regulations as read. Question?
Yes, Mayor.
Yes.
I just recently got this, so I've been reading it in the last hour. But is some of these special events, I'm not talking about the ones that we're doing through the city, but on other special events, is $35 enough, seeing that it involves public works, police, and fire?
Well, I think that for the permit itself, Alderman, for the permit itself, it would be enough just for a generic or basic informational, get the point across permit. But if they want to acquire the services where we have to put out horses and we have to provide blockade of some sort or some type of service, then they'll have to engage with us to pay us for that service separately. So the permit would be, this is almost for informational purposes or for us to keep track of them as they come to our wards. That this is so we at least have some regulation. But if they need services, then they're going to have to contract that and they'll have to pay if they need us for something additional. Because that would be aside from the normal routine things that the city would regularly do.
Just as a thought, but like with this ordinance, couldn't we add a paragraph that would say, after the permits reviewed and certain city services will be required, they will have to pay whatever the fees are.
That's not a
But
problem.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything in the ordinance that allows us to go back and do that.
We've got some things somewhere else. Why don't we just add it? Just be that much easier to add it all of it. So why don't we pass it with the stipulation to add the language to that any fees that might be incurred for city services.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I'm just saying, some of these events, they really tax our services.
yeah, if it goes above and beyond, we ought to be compensated for doing it. Overtime and that costs money. We don't want to affect the budget that we pass. That's for sure. So we got to keep it in order. Okay. So
I'm perfectly willing to pass this as long as we consider maybe amending it at the next meeting. So we have it on the book, but I do believe,
it'd be easy just to add the language that any city services incurred would be additional charge.
Okay. And I would ask Alderman Hampton to amend her motion to include that.
Yes, Mayor Alshaw. I make a motion that we amend ordinance number right here, 22-0-2331, and ordinance amending Title 11, business regulations of market code regulations, special events, to include penalties for additional services that is required. Is that correct?
It wouldn't be penalty.
No, it's not penalties,
Service
any
fees.
additional.
Service fees. service fees.
Attorney Miller's inserting the right language.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Attorney fees.
that to be determined at that time or at some point, something's to be figured out in terms of cost to be associated with.
Yes. Okay.
Case by case basis. That's what you said.
Service fee.
Yeah, that's, okay, so he's gonna clean it up for us.
Okay.
So,
Second,
motion, by Alderlady Hampton, second by Alderlady McDowell, for approval of the ordinance amending, Title 11 for business regulations as read with the necessary changes. Okay. Roll call.
Alderlady Hampton Houser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell,
yes.
Alderman Jones,
Abstain.
motion carried.
Next, we have 8E, an insurance matter, and in terms of Roman number one group renewal.
Yes, no, we just got it, we've already done the footwork on it. All we need to do is just, go ahead and vote on it, because, that we're okay with. And, we just wanted to have it on the agenda. So, someone wants to motion, to conclude this. Yes.
I make a motion that we continue with the group renewal information, that we currently have, for our health insurance for the city of Marlboro.
Second.
Motion by Alderlady Hampton, second by Alderman Barron, for continuation for the, group health insurance renewal. Roll call.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell,
Abstain,
Alderlady Hampton Houser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
And other than that, I don't have anything under 8F, 8G, 8H, or 8I. And with that, that's all that I have this evening.
Thank you, Attorney. Just in clerk report. Good evening, Madam Clerk.
good evening. I have one business license, Price is White Trucking LLC, and I believe they're in attendance.
We have a motion to open the floor to Price is Right Trucking.
I make a motion that we open the floor to Price is Right Trucking LLC.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay. Good evening. Price is Right Trucking. If you just want to stand, maybe you can come over to there to the mic. The city council tonight, would just like to discuss your application briefly with you. We've all had a chance to review it and just ask you about your business. I believe, Alderlady McDowell, this is your ward, correct?
Correct.
And have you had a chance to get with me?
I have.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Well, then, with that, good evening to you and gentlemen, just tell us, who's sprinkling and shout out?
Y'all.
All right, I can't tell. Okay. All right.
Well, started Price is Right Trucking, last year. I had to have my CDL since 2015. I got it, I was having problems, problems, and that was myself, I changed my life. Get myself they said they, which was, I had a Jason, and we right up the state side. So on that, I came to I see the CDL program. And everybody was at my man, get it out, see the only thing in the job, probably is getting a job after getting it, because, some of that background. So, after that, I started selling cars, bought a truck, me and my brother bought a truck. I started driving, we got the business going. After that, went back to the Safety Foundation and Workforce Initiative Program. So we started hiring new drivers, straight out of that. Now, we have contract Cook County Workforce Partnership. That we will intern all of the applicants coming out. Georgia, ex-con, stuff like that. So we stay safe for work citizen. So we're doing that, it just felt like I was actually making a turn around and doing top off. Like it's citizen. But I was in the spot, and Mark will be a good really good class last time, and dispatch and office, you know, so we can really build, expand that, each town, change lives. Other change.
I just have one question. Your primary office, your primary.
Yeah.
No structure down there.
No.
To training on that location. They were actually dependent on training at that facility.
Explaining,
And they are informed that they cannot have any trucks parked over there.
So basically, to speak their purpose.
Well, when they come, they have it's just, way the schools act like that, and kind of train just have tests. So when they have tests, they don't know about actual trailer and using engines, just seeing it, all of these right, take. Chicago, like Mark, stuff like that. So we're coming in, I get to play the video and then walk through. So just how mentally ready when we come out the road. You don't want to, freeze up. You got 40,000 pounds. You can get you want to see the video of somebody you know what you should do about that's what I feel like. Well, as far as the driving test, I try and take them out 12 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock. Get off the exit 45. And we are in the company that basically training what they need time for. We're kind of that, that's to get it right and make sure top notch. Well, yeah, 160, majority, that's right, south. So a lot of things in the state get through, they choose 166 or progressive, school on the north side, and that's the difference that they come every 6. So they out there, they are our north side, all so kind of like all over the place.
And now, I think, it's important that individuals don't Have that down, understand that magnitude of bill. And you know, more details, that's right. So I appreciate you guys very much for taking that opportunity to encourage and not only that, but educate, individuals on as far as our. Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay, good. Well, we'll go over to you, she's gonna go for it tonight. And thank you. Sounds like a very good program. Like if they pass.
So move.
Well, thank you.
Aye.
What's your pleasure?
I make a motion that we grant a business license to Price is Right Trucking LLC.
Second.
Motion by Alderman now that's by Alderman Hampton for approval of Price is Right. Roll call.
Alderman Rivera.
Yes.
Alderman Hampton. Yes. Alderman McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Congratulations. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we go ahead and report.
That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you. Under the mayor's report, I just want to mention, talking about grass. Not much different, so, and I think we're playing catch up. Kind of the story of how it is. But I think I had a conversation already, about, however small, there is improvement. In terms of the management of this and the consistency. Just as we've seen with this, like we do with your budget, this year, and the last years, each year we get better. Sometimes that's not enough. For some people, it's definitely not looking at me. I just don't show it as much, but I can share with, we'll have a display it because, I need to manage this upset. I just try to find a component I need to apply to get better to get these things done. And it is about that. The only thing we can't control is like control the snow, the rain. And it's simple. If it's raining, you can't cut. If it's too wet, definitely can't cut. Even after you stop that. So it takes time. I know my neighbor across the street has probably over 2 feet of grass in my yard. Now, I don't know if it's all rain or I might have to talk about neighbors, but literally my lawn. Something, I don't know what's going on, but everybody got that. I've seen it in other communities as well, not just ours. So, but we're going to definitely ask people to keep up with their grass and stay on top of it. If you see something, say something. Same thing with if you see something that's not good, let us know. We'll do our part to keep it proper. I know the development working hard. Clean up, we've got to clean up one before we end. And I know that everybody's diligent works about cleaning up the public works is out there as well. So it's not just a month. We take pride now, Mark, to do something. We clean up the stuff. We say it's long, sometimes But I just wanted to make a mention of that. I wanted to make a mention also about the safety community. We have had recently, some may or may not know in the public, different changes with the police department and the direction that it's going and the leadership of how it's being handled. We've been meeting with them quite a bit. We put on new officers. We've got a new patrol car that's going to be on the street. And we're constantly visiting them with public works vehicles and that fire department did in the past. Now they're going to continue to fortify the police department. And so, and every once in a while, time brings about a change, and that's kind of where I think we're in a changing environment in the police department. So I'm looking forward to some things over there in terms of the city's safety and some of the challenges with, let's just say it like it is with shooting, because it's everywhere. It's just absolutely ridiculous that it's the way it is. You can't feel safe in your house, and that's really, let me just say it like it is. What I'm talking about, that kind of safety we're talking about. So there has to be a plan for dealing with that. And I'll tell everybody that's working on the city council, the people that are shooting, they either live here or know somebody who lives here. Let's just get it straight. Let's say it like it is. And if they're not shot by here to visit you, they know somebody where they're at, or they live here. So what does that tell me? That tells us that unfortunately we might have some wrong people living in the town. It is what it is. I don't know, you know, don't go by my house and mess about me because I'm not gonna say shit. By the way. But high grass could be one of the telltale signs. Maybe they're not taking care of the problem. I don't know. But you can't police everything. It takes all of us to talk about what goes on sometimes in the board. If you can report it anonymously, you can call your office. Let them deal with it. Let them figure it out. Or call the mayor's office. We'll figure it out. But that's what's the problem is. We're not being kicked by random. Some of these people live here. And, you know, maybe they need to relocate. I'm not going to say where they should go. I can tell you where I think they should. But I will say honestly, the guy to step up, because if I see something, I call, here we go, I'm not gonna tell a soapbox, but I gotta tell the truth. I called the police last week, I was sitting in my dining table, and I was. So I called the police. They came from, I don't know what house I was coming from. And so one of my neighbors got pulled to the side by the police, and they were kind of offended that I called. I said, I don't care who it was. I didn't know who it was, but why should I care? Why should I have to pick out and think about? Why should any of you all have to worry about or think about your peace and your tranquility being taken? Call the police. You know, that's just how it's got to be. So I strongly recommend that if you have an issue, reach out to your office, let them know you don't want to call them, you don't have to. They'll deal with it, they'll figure out how to do it. And the police will not, they will not. They won't say so-and-so called and told me to come home. Because if they do, they're gonna have a problem with me for sure. But that has to happen years ago. And it was unfortunate that we had some officers that didn't want to work. So that's their way of trying to keep people calm, because they'll pit you against your neighbor. So we stopped that. So we're up on how that stuff works. If we catch you doing that, and forget about it, we're gonna deal with it. But I just want to get that straight, because nobody should have to live thinking you got a duck in your kitchen, or you're dining in your living room while you eat, because some food was for the community. We're gonna get them. You got that. I'm gonna be on TV, everybody saying, oh, we need to do something, stop the violence, I'm gonna have that. I'm calling police, I'm gonna look. You have that, I'm not doing it. Because I want to turn around and go out, because they're living somewhere. They're eating somewhere. They're related to somebody. So I don't know, and some towns have less of it than others. With that, we are doing with the housing and housing, that will help this matter I just mentioned. We all know, one of the things that this council encouraged to do is to robust that building park and get a person in each ward that will be able to go after people who don't take care of property. Probably some people should. If they had taken care of property, so now they have somebody like more. That was the one of the things I can say last night, we are aggressive working on business. Now, I know we can't shoot nonsense and we're going to come, but we're doing things outside. I'll tell you that, nobody hit by some nonsense. But addressing is everything. Even when businesses don't address it, and try to do something, just like you're going after them, if they know that you're trying to combat it, they'll work with you. And so that's what we're doing, and this council is doing a good job of supporting that effort. So I told to let everybody know we are going after business in a lot of ways. So, last item I mentioned, now to Alderman Vera in his report, but please keep this lady in his board. He'll elaborate on it. This and you know, it's nothing like having someone that is missing in the family. So keep this in prayer. And I'll go to all the matter to us.
You forgot about the.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry. You point out, I don't know. I didn't want to just stop. I'm sorry. We put your own. Yeah.
Good evening, council. Just want to back up a little bit with everything. I'm very familiar with the program at IDOC. I came from the state. I worked at the Department of Commerce, worked closely with the Safety Foundation as well. I actually volunteered as a mentor with the program. So I know Marcus King and a lot of folks that used to be a part of IDOC who are now working, and Reverend Corey Brooks working very closely, giving individuals a second chance. So I'm really happy and really enthusiastic to have, you know, a business like yours here. I think you can serve as a mentor to other folks that have been in the same situation. So, and I want to just let you guys know that the city of Marvin will be partnering with the Department of Commerce, because we support small businesses here, and we're going to be having, we'll be having small business resource forum. So we want to make sure that our small businesses here in the city of Markham understand some of the resources that are out there for small businesses. There's always all types of grants and different information that consistently is coming out. And a lot of people, sometimes they just don't know about those resources. But we want to make sure that small businesses here in the city of Markham are ready for resources, okay? So kind of stay tuned. I want to give you guys a card too, so we can stay in touch, okay? Mayor, just real quick, I want to just talk about some of the things that we have coming up. One thing I want to bring up just real quick to the council, the city of Markham, we are one of 8 finalists for the Chicago Commercial Real Estate Awards. It's going to be held tomorrow night at the Chicago Hilton downtown. So the Amazon Robotics Fulfillment Center is up for an award.
And I'm hopeful that we will come back victorious, because I just think it's not a project in this region that houses 3,200 employees. And then we're hosting the nation's largest robotics fulfillment center. So really happy about that. So kind of stay tuned on that. Also, as individuals know, that we are heading out to ICSC this week. That's the International Conference of Shopping Centers in Las Vegas. I know the mayor and myself, the council, we've been talking about this conference for the last several weeks. And thanks to Christina in the finance area for helping us get all our marketing booths and everything, all those promo items ready to go. But we are really targeting and on a real recruiting trip to bring some viable businesses here to Markham. We have a suite of incentives that we can offer businesses to come to Markham, from Class 8s to TIS, as well as some abatements. But we want to make sure that individuals know that we have some real estate here. We're going to be open to having some sit-down restaurants and some viable businesses here at Markham. I think that's going to do it for me, man.
All right, thank you, Mr. Champion. I'm sorry. Good evening, all those.
Yes, good evening, thank you. Let's come to anything. My purpose are FFX, I have one going on next month, June 4th. I'll go right now. I don't know what club. I will reach this with my club partner. Y'all will sure. And if you watch tomorrow, also middle. It's gonna have a follow. So we're going to let look like the party where I said let's bring the neighbor back. So this is what you're being back. Now we're going up to the block party where so I feel like this way to inspire. I've been on the street right now. It's the end of what's coming up actually. This is coming is North Green River, Martin Courthouse. It's the May 20th, the May 21st. If you just volunteering, come out to volunteer, show support. You know, we don't have one plan. You know, we don't have fun yet. It's going to go dry. So let's get that green and let's put some more near back. All right, so if you want to volunteer that project, give me a call. I give you reach 708-339-1973. And looking forward to get that project also, they actually the best basketball has get great jobs to the park. So business we're doing that. We appreciate you coming to our town and the services. You know, so I appreciate you all coming out and you know, help you just assist. Last week, but trying to move last night, they so we're going to talk about that, you know, so stay through also, we're more details on this is the important procedures are meeting that show seniors. That's why one of this simple down there. You know, so we should talk for our seniors programs so that you know you can have a whole six, not just mechanical. That's also.
Thank you all, Joe. Good evening, all down there. Good evening, all down there.
Hi, I'm getting a message that the bandwidth is very narrow for our network, and everything I hear is garbled. So I want to thank Alderman Jones for mentioning Mrs. Gutierrez. She lives a block away from me. But I am really particularly proud of our police, fire, and public works department, how everybody has pitched in and trying to search for the senior citizen. She's really a nice lady. It's it's very saddening, but I'm really proud of our people. I mean, this neighborhood has come out, people are walking around, kids are riding bikes. They've checked ditches and vacant houses, and I couldn't be prouder of our people. So really, really pleased with that. I couldn't exactly hear what Alderman Jones said, so I hope I'm not repeating this. The other thing I'd like to mention is that the city cleanup I thought was very successful. And I want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day, which will be upon us before our next council meeting. I'm not there tonight because I've been around a couple of people that have tested positive for COVID. And I've mentioned this in the past, but the numbers are just climbing. And over the weekend, I was in Fairplay, and I was really proud of all the seniors because it seemed like all the senior citizens had masks on. So I'm really, really proud that people are starting to wear a mask. I don't know exactly where we're headed with this thing, but right now it doesn't look good. And with the warm weather coming, I'm afraid it's going to get worse. So that is why I opted to do a Zoom meeting tonight instead of appearing in person. That'll be the end of my report, Mayor. Like I said, I barely can hear you guys, so I'm just assuming I knew Alderman Jones was talking about Mrs. Gutierrez because he held her picture up. So, and thank him for that. And Acting Chief Jesus really grabbed this thing and ran with it, and I'm really proud of his actions, as well as the fire chief and our superintendent of public works. So that's the end of my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Barron. It's probably good you didn't hear me going around. So. You missed it. That's a good one. Good evening, Alderman Hampton.
Yes, good evening, Mayor, Councilman. Yes. I think I'm gonna start off with cleanup. Mayor, I have to honestly say, this last week we had cleanup week. I am so proud of our residents because they actually read the information on the water bill. We didn't have anyone putting out tires and stuff to make work from home and all the other kind of stuff. So I had an opportunity to speak with the employees who actually was picking up on cleanup week. And they were very proud as well. We did a good job on that there. And moving forward, I'm just hoping that everybody continue to read the information and put out the right materials that needs to get picked up. Also here, and Councilman individuals here as well, our grass cutting. We, just like we read as well, Mayor, we had enormous amount of rain. And it actually put us, behind in reference to cutting. I think the most important thing that we did is prioritize what was important, which was senior homes. So we managed to senior homes cut, and then I know for one as well, Public Works had started on Wood Street and worked their way back east in reference to the field and the abandoned homes. Unfortunately, today they couldn't really get out there much today because we had all the rain, so grass up again, but that's everyone. Everyone wants to, pay attention because they are actually getting that together. I also mentioned have an upcoming event. I know that in Ward 1, we really don't have any activities for individuals 18 and up with seniors as well. So I had an opportunity to sit down and put information together and some events together for individuals in Ward 1. So the first Monday and the first Thursday of each month, we will have an activity over at our banquet hall in the building, directly behind the banquet hall in the building. So we're going to start off with bingo. So we're gonna be doing bingo on June 6th and June 9th, and that will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 a.m., 1 p.m., that's June 6th and June 9th. I did send them my board, asking individuals what activities they would like to do, so everybody started off with bingo. So we're gonna start off with bingo, and then, any other activity that we want to do, we're gonna do that on a monthly basis as well. So I think that's something good, you know, weather's great, people want to get out and move around and move out, and, I think that's the way to get started. I also have to say, Monday, May 9th, this past Monday, May 9th had, gunshots in our ward as well. Gunshots that, we actually heard, that I actually heard, I immediately called the police. And when I asked the neighbors, when I asked residents in my ward, which is as well, the same thing. If you hear something, don't call me. Let's immediately call the police. Call 911. Well, 911, call 911. Police came out, did their investigation, still looking around. Of course, sometimes they just drive shootings. So, again, I think that no one has been injured as this moment. I ask everyone in my board, if you hear any gunshots or any violence, please call 911 first, and then you can give a call so we can make sure that we follow up on it, and make sure we can try to hold individuals accountable for their actions. Also, I want to say, Derek Champion, our city administrator, will be the listening speaker. You want to elaborate on this? He'll be the listening speaker at Obama School tomorrow. So you want to get an opportunity to elaborate a little bit on that, Mr. Champion?
Thank you, the principal is over that Barack Obama learned to be a commencement speaker tomorrow. So I am, looking forward to giving him some words of encouragement and some hope to move forward. So.
Thank you, Champion. And last but not least, I want to say Happy Memorial Day to everyone. I'm still asking everyone to be diligent in reference to this COVID, because it is still lurking, it's still here, it's still alive, it's still real. So please be careful about where we're going. Make sure you practice the protocol, wash our hands as often as we can, keep our face covering on. And we have a fantastic weekend coming up, the Memorial Day coming up. If you have any questions or whatever, please don't hesitate to call. Sometimes our phone gets overwhelming with calls, so if I don't call you right back, just allow me a courtesy, and I definitely will return your call. That's not the problem.
Thank you, lady. Good evening, all the ladies.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, and residents that are present on tonight. On yesterday, I received a call from one of my residents in the 6400 block of Honorary. A group of young people pulled up in like an orange-looking four-door vehicle and parked directly in front of her home. They all got out. The vehicle sat there just about half of a day. She called me and she was like, I think I got a stolen car in front of my home. I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, no, you came early this morning, the car, and they took off. The car sat there. I said, please call the police. Found out the vehicle was stolen. So if you see a vehicle, if you see a vehicle in your, on your block and you know that vehicle belongs to some of your neighbors, just call the police. That's one way we can find out who the vehicle belongs to. If the vehicle belongs to a neighbor and they got company, the police will go next door and knock on the door. So that's just an inside residence. Please call the police. Also, I've noticed a lot of new people who have moved in the 6500 block of Honorary with a lot of pit bulls. I went to the Public Works, not Public Work, Building and Housing. Did tell one of the code enforcers, they did go out. I did see some of those people come in line to actually register their dog. So I'm gonna do a follow-up to see if the other ones have came in. So if you see residents, if you see anyone that's new on your block, or anyone that has a dog and you're not sure if they're registered, just call Building and Housing so we can get the code enforcer to go out and do a follow-up with these dogs. Also, Mayor, we have a lot of deep holes, 167th in Honoree, 167th in Walcott, and 167 in Winchester. They have actually, they caved in, repaired them, but now they're sinking back down. So it needs some attention in those areas. Also, Public Works met me this morning at 16232 in Walcott, so we can clean all the back of that up. They found out it's gonna take a little bit more time than what they had inspected because it's just everywhere. So I did let the residents know to have a little patience. They will be back because it's gonna take a while for them to clean all of that out. And that's the end of my report for this evening. Honoree, Walcott, and Winchester.
We've been addressing that, that's kind of bigger than, us. So we have,
Okay.
I don't know, like 2 months ago, so we should be ready to.
Okay, thank you.
Mayor Eckhout,
Yes.
I just wanted to add one footnote on my report, and that was saluting the Treasury Department. As far as I know, my 9 years, this is the quickest that we've ever passed the city budget, and I know there's a lot of work. So I salute the Treasury Department on all their hard work, and City Treasurer Belinda Richardson. That's all, Mayor.
That's fine, I agree. Thank you very much. Yes.
I asked, Representative Ward 1, what was their in reference to speed bumps in our ward? And I guess, it's also like a 50% said no speed bumps, we need to have police officers issue more tickets. The other said there needs speed bumps. So at every next meeting, I'm going to address it again and see exactly what the assistants are, and then I'll bring it to the board there and see what we can do moving forward. That's it.
Me too. Me too.
I have a meeting with the board today, so let me know where you're going.
They
This morning.
I have actually turned my list in to add for my area. Yes.
We'll get it done. So we're gonna get moving on. We're gonna go with the ones that kind of didn't want to go with. We got some.
Yes.
So go ahead and put it down. Just this point. Okay. All right. With that, we'll open the public session. If you're going to address the council, you sign in if you have it. Down here.
Make a motion that we open the floor to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have 2 people signed in, Kimberly and Ruth Kelly.
Okay, hi. You don't want to stand or you just want to sit? What would you like? Okay. All right.
I was disappointed, and I had a little ill too. I do my heart, I drove down the street, to go get to and I see that in the scenes and then, they I mean, you can't have and you can tell those that are trying, those are really trying. And I'm just wondering what's happening with it, with our community. You know, I talked to one of my neighbors, she's older than I am, she's 90, and she's disappointed and wondering what's going on. But I want to buy it and try to, you know, community. And I just wanted to get back in and find out what Markham is doing for the residents of Markham. That's all. Because you know, I voted for you. You know that. Okay? And I believe in Markham, I've been out here a long time.
Yeah. Well, I share your sentiment, very much. I do. It is disheartening sometimes to see that. You see 5 out of your kids, you see 10 go down the streets and you see 4 houses, 3 houses. And so, you know, some of them have their good reasons. Yeah, they won't go. And so that's where we have to continue to push about what we just don't know and want to tolerate. You know, somebody like to say about why you know, the same way we don't want to be afraid about the noise. I don't want to be afraid about what I see. That bothers me about what I got. So I tend to complain about it as well. So the way we go after that, we have to go have proper. We need help. We got to insert the seat. You know, so they also outside this fine. One of the things renters we've got a lot of problems checked with the renters have to have landscapers to take care of the property. It's a part of the ordinance. So we'll have to enforce that and ticket those homes that are ran by landowners. And I would imagine that's probably some of them. So we'll have to check that out.
Our property values have been basically going up, and that's nothing. And that's 50 years, and you haven't proved anything. All the people, they're the people, and then the industry's just a big chunk. And you're suffering, and we do have a lot of people. I agree. I'm on the east side, and my great grandson, I'm afraid to take him out and let him play in my yard because they don't have any teachers. So.
We'll definitely address that more about the issues.
Okay, I'm very thank you.
Okay, maybe just let us know.
Yeah, can I a little bit on that as well? I also want to say, Mr. Kelly and Kimberly Kelly as well, that our administration now is really at full speed. Prior to, we had to actually, probably we had to actually build up different departments within our city. Yes, and by now we have especially in our housing department now are able to actually execute a little bit more problems that's going on in our wards, not just in our ward, but in other wards as well, on how we can actually move forward. The mayor did make a very valuable point. Now that we have a code enforcement that's directly in each ward, and in our ward, his name is CCO, who I actually deal directly with. We're actually combating 15 different things in our ward. So it's still like the animals, it's still, grass cutting, still with the landlord, with the tenants. We're dealing with all of that. So again, just be a little bit patient, because I do understand what you're saying, how our city used to look. And where it is now, we're back, we're scaling back up now. So just a little patience, you know, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Yes. Hopefully. Yes. Thank you.
I don't think they say that, I just thinking that, what I think. And that's just shooting. What. I tried to hold my money. But I thought they maybe, post campaign, like, stop shooting. Remember that? Oh, they needed it a long time. They need to stop.
I'm gonna call for somebody, but you can put something on the billboard somewhere, but I want that.
Okay.
I'm going with the police, so I ain't got. But we're gonna deal with it. Okay, that's good. That's good. Somebody, okay. So, you know, if you march, doing the march, so you need to march right there. I got it, march, I ain't march. The parade. Okay. Motion to close the,
I make a motion to close the meeting to the public.
Second.
on favor?
Aye. So move.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.